Installing your Smooth Move suspension is a simple process that can be completed in a matter of minutes. The kit includes the suspension with mounting box attached, swivel, silver floor mounting plate, a 12-volt power plug, and a hardware bag. You'll also need a 7/16" socket wrench. Remove your seat cushion from your existing pedestal and then remove the swivel and/or slide from the bottom of your seat cushion. Make sure to keep the bolts that attach the swivel to the bottom of the seat. You'll need these bolts later to attach the swivel provided in the kit. If you have a removable pedestal, remove it from the pedestal base. Next, remove the pedestal base from the boat floor by removing the 6 screws around the base from the floor. Keep these 6 screws as you'll need them later. Once you've removed the original seat pedestal, place the silver floor mounting plate on the floor with the studs facing up. Use the original screws to attach the base plate to the floor. Remove the 4 nuts and washers on the studs. Place the suspension over the top of the studs and fasten the nuts to the studs. Pull the rubber boot back down over the suspension and tap in the plastic plugs to secure. Next, you must decide if you want the swivel locking handle to face to the inside or to the outside of the boat. We recommend the inside so that it is easier to access. Place the swivel on top of the bottom of your seat cushion. The side of the swivel with the 4 slats should be placed over the 4 holes in your seat cushion. Unlock the swivel handle by turning the handle a quarter turn and rotate the swivel slightly so that the hole in the swivel mounting plate is over the hole in your seat cushion. You will then be able to insert the bolts or screws you removed from the original seat and tighten them with a screwdriver or socket wrench. Repeat for the other 3 screws or bolts by continuing to turn the swivel so that you can access the remaining holes. You're now ready to take the seat cushion with the swivel attached and mount it to the suspension. On one side, raise the black lever along the side of the rail. On the opposite side, cut the zip tie. Slide the rails forward to expose the 2 holes on the ends of both rails. Line up the bushings on the black mounting plate to the holes on the end of the slide rails. Using the bolts and washers provided in your kit, place the 2 bolts through the 2 holes at the end of the slide rail and hand tighten to attach to the seat cushion. Slide the suspension the other direction and secure the 2 other bolts. When the bolts are hand tight, slide the rails back and forth 4 or 5 times in order to square up the rails, ensuring a smooth slide. Once the rails have been squared up, slide one end of the rails just out far enough to tighten the bolts with the socket wrench. Then carefully slide the rails the other way just enough to tighten the bolts on the other side. Check to ensure the rails slide smoothly. Your installation is now complete. Here are a few tips for using your Smooth Moves air suspension. First, sliding. To slide the seat, pull the black lever at the top of the suspension away from the suspension to slide the seat back and forth. To swivel the seat, pull the T-handle away from the suspension and twist clockwise a quarter turn. To lock the seat from swiveling, simply pull and twist counterclockwise to lock. The round knob in the center of the suspension controls the air pressure. Pushing the button in while plugged into a 12-volt power source will add air, and pulling the button out will release air. You only need a power source when you're adding air. After you have the air pressure set for your comfort level, you may unplug the power from the connector and store. It's normal for the air to seep over time. If you have any questions regarding your suspension, please contact us at 888-583-2701. Enjoy the ride.